All right, welcome to a new forecast. I'm a bit late today. Well, a bit late, bro. It's 8 o'clock instead of 7. And yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, big screen again. I'm home again. Uh, had a great week, but now it's back for time for action again. And we're starting on the monthly time frame. Why the monthly? Because because I saw someone else's analysis top down, and he started on the monthly. I was like, yo, why don't I do that? Because if you want the complete picture, you should start on your highest time frame. Well, you can still go to the 3 monthly and the yearly, but that's not really relevant. But to the monthly, just to get like an idea of how you actually close the past month, and also candlestick formations, of course, and just to get a general overview on the high time frame where we can go. Now, looking at last month, May, April was a bullish month, but you can see that it came above this high here, and then we just closed below, and then May opened slightly higher than sorry. And April's closing, and then it shut down, and now it's followed up actually by June, which is now indicating strong bullish price action, strong bullish momentum. We haven't reached any discounts yet on a lower time frame, which makes it harder to trade. But at the same time, luckily, I had the perfect week last week actually to not be on the chart, so that was good. That was cool. And yeah, and what we're looking at is, of course, is key level. That is still my main point. Well, we also got to keep in mind that we tap into this area up here. We tapped into this for value gap over here that sits below this monthly PY order block, and actually took out this high. So by respecting that, we might see price come lower now. But with dollar weakness, it's also very possible that we just continue higher though. Um, one thing we can do is like look at this move and see if we can find something a little bit similar to it, and we can see it over here. We got that. Actually, it's not quite the same scenario. Here we react from the key level. It's not on that key level, it's around this area, but we actually already tapped into that key level by tapping into 1.10. Yeah. So looking at that, and then looking at, we still need to reach a discount on this higher leg, and we already reached discount, premium on this leg actually. I would say look for lower pricing. Thing is, we have so much momentum, and that's why for higher pricing, before I go lower, let's look at the news. So today nothing, bank holiday in America, so we might see a slow New York session. Then we get CPI on Thursday. Is it Thursday? No, Wednesday, sorry. Retail sales, yeah, it's Canadian dollar. And Powell has something to say. And then Thursday we got FOMC, some one job claims, and again Powell. So Thursday is a high news day. Oh damn. And Friday's high news as well. So start of the week, we might see slow price action. Well, not slow, but into like building up potential for potential moves, and then the news will hopefully play those moves out, and then you can get nice trades. All right, so let's dive into my forecast. So for the monthly, first of all, I said we reached into this premium pricing of this leg. We still need to reach into the discount of this leg to the upside. So I favor a move like this. This long-term play. We might not get the discount. We might not get up after we reach the discount and just continue further down. But based on these structures, I prefer low pricing. Now what you can do is this. We still prefer low pricing because now looking at it, I see price. I don't know. Might just continue down. It's just a little stall, and then just continue further down. Because we got liquidity here. And we got higher areas up here we still need to reach into. So yeah, that's it for the monthly. Preferring price coming down, but I see price can go up as well. Based on structure, I want to see price come further down. Based on liquidity, I think price can come up higher before we get like deeper retracement. Now going to the weekly. Last week already took out previous weekly highs. So what we can see over here. Let me just clean it up bit by bit. There we go. There we go. So last week we came above here. We actually took out, go to the low time, and we took out this internal range liquidity over here. And we reached into the PY where I said no liquidity below. But you can see this week or last week we were very impulsive. Oh, this was impulsive, then this was slow, slow, slow. So we got like a month of slow PA. Well, not slow, but nice PA to trade, correctional to the downside. Well, we didn't reach like deeper disc premiums, but what we did was trading those most recent ranges. And this is like follow up with this strong impulse here on Thursday. And then that's followed by Friday and next week. Yeah, but last week you can see we started slow, and then Thursday again, strong push to the upside. And Friday was a very indecisive day, taking up previous daily highs, coming to the PY. I think it's PY. Might be a supply zone. And that's then follow up by Monday now, where it's slow. So yeah, we took that, we reached into the discount of this blue structure, which is very nice. This can go. This can go. Actually, let's keep this one. So we get previous, oh, yeah, previous weekly high up here, previous weekly low down here. And that's the range we're in right now. And now going to the 4-hour, we can start to form our bias. And that's a mess. Hold up. Everything can go. Actually, no, but let me with this as well. So 4-hour wise, let's look at this. So actually, we have some liquidity below this order block. Actually, we have a lot of liquidity, just not like close to each other. It's more like steep line, but this could be your liquidity. You can see those three tapping perfectly on that trend line. This is where we got that breakout trade. So people trade along here. When we break out, pricing actually comes down to trick them. And I'm tricking sellers into the market as we come below the trend line again and we close below here. They don't know that we just tapped into this 4-hour PY, and that was followed up by bullish price action. And after we broke this high, we never reached into discount pricing, which is a bit tricky because usually you don't want to play every most recent leg. Only when you see momentum picking up, that's when you want to trade most recent leg. So over here, you don't get a trade if you ask me, because you're still waiting for that discount pricing, and then you can see that we get the moves up. Then this trade on Monday, that's what I said. So London, you wait for price to come lower, it doesn't come lower. Then we take previous weekly highs. So that means that we take another liquidity pool. So therefore, now you think like, all right, now it's at the previous weekly high. Now we can get into the discount and then move up. Didn't get that either. So this over here is the first time you start to look at most recent ranges. I'm kind of doing a recap as well, but yeah, it is what it is. And this is actually where a nice trade comes from. Second. So there was actually buy trade, but it was purely liquidity based. And I prefer to do these trades purely liquidity based only when we are below old low. Sorry. I prefer to do these trades like only taking liquidity when we are below old lows or above old highs. You know, my short trades usually come from taking previous daily high. Oh, sorry. You know, my short trades usually come from taking previous daily highs, and then Asia high, and then get a turnaround. That's what you see here. Previous daily high, Asia high. And then this short move. It's a bit of a slow forecast, but it's more of a recap as well. So the downside, what would that look like? Yeah, take previous daily lows, taking Asia low, get the turnaround. It's harder with bear structure though. I haven't seen like my setup that much in what's it called? For bullish trades, only for bearish trades, which is not a problem at all. But then I should like look to improve my buy trades and try to take more buy trades by looking at how price moves when we're bullish, like now. So now we didn't take previous daily lows, we just took Asia low, New York low, but then we got that move. So want to learn from that, and with time you get more experience, and you will see that although yeah, you kind of gonna you look for your confluences in different areas because you know that price tends to move from those areas, if that makes sense. So if you know that your pair doesn't reach discount or premium very often and just moves on most recent structure, you're not gonna wait for your entry drill in a discount or premium unless you know that that has such a high strike rate that's worth to wait. But if you know that your pair 90% of the time moves from the most recent structure, you're not going to look at that and then just look at like All right, most recent structure. My pair likes to move from liquidity, so liquidity taken, move up. And that's over time, you're going to see that, and then you're going to improve on that. And basically still work with the same entry drill and same confluences, but you will know in which areas you would need to look instead of always waiting for the same areas. You can adjust a little bit. All right. After that mumbling session, my forecast is pretty straightforward. We got this red structure, though this was very impulsive. We've seen price now giving us a little correctional rally relief to the downside. And from there, I hope to see higher pricing. And I hope to see discount at least on this most recent range. Because, yeah, I like to trade with discount premium. So, yeah, this is my forecast for now. I don't know what will happen because today's bank holiday. It will be quite slow. We can see that it's still on. Yeah. Is this actually a break to the downside? And this is where I didn't take a trade, by the way, so I'm just gonna remove this. It's a nice trade. You could see the confluences. You can see that we sort of got a sweep over here. First thing previously the highest, then take Asia high. London gave it move down. And correction on the way up. Then that market push price up. New York open, turn around. Probably some news here. Looking at that huge candle. Yeah, I think so. And then, yeah, that was the move. And now we see that price already tapped into this supply zone. And actually see that this is everything in one. This is like a forecast, pre-market analysis, kind of a weekly recap as well. So what's the time? Shouldn't it be Frankfurt Open already? Yeah. Interesting move this. This is well, you can see that we took that liquidity here. Then got a turnaround. But with these wicks here, it makes it harder to see the break. However, maybe if you go to forex.com, it looks cleaner. Way cleaner, way cleaner. It's exactly what I'm looking at. So just on the forex.com chart, sometimes this one is just, you can see here, the liquidity grab. Over here we got the bearish break. And here we got the liquidity grab. And now we have the bearish break again. Nice. And here these wicks are a bit in the way. And now we can see that push down. I'm not trading today. I have meetings and everything planned. So yeah, my forecast, high time frame wise, lower time frame wise, it's just price to continue further down. Two, at least reach discount pricing for this leg. This low up to this high. I think it's that one. It's right low. Yeah. Thing is, we got some liquidity built up here as well. So, and this leg doesn't have that much liquidity to the upside. So if we come down further, it is a bit tricky. Not gonna lie, because we don't have that liquidity inside this leg. But if we get a confirmation trade from this area, which didn't take any liquidity, this is just continuation. Sorry. Yeah, it's not really any sweep of liquidity, just continuation up. But looking at this area for longs, then So that's my idea for now. Price continuing further down. Why down? Because one, we reach into premium pricing of this red range. Two, we reach into discount pricing of this blue range, which would indicate higher pricing. But before that higher pricing, I want to see price relief from this area, maybe like a sort of an inducement, people trying to sell based on this red structure. And then we can come into here and we actually follow that movement, but only until here, while people will aim lower. We just follow that movement only until here. And then I hope to see price turn around and give us a bullish move. That's it. I actually forgot to do it on DXY, but DXY is pretty much the same, yeah. Went from that one, and now we came into this one. We get liquidity here. We reached premium pricing of this blue range here. I was actually hoping to see price come higher. Down here, we got that beautiful turnaround, continuation up, down. This structure didn't exist. So yeah. And now pretty much the same story. We didn't reach into premium pricing yet here. And at least on the most recent structures, we want to see price to come here. But if we come here, we can see that we get some liquidity building up here. Especially if we go to 1 hour. Yeah, you can see those equals here. So we might actually come above here and then get the move down, which would be a bearish break on the most recent structure, or sorry, bullish break on the most recent structure on the EU bearish, and then a continuation down. So it would be something like this. And yeah, that's it for now. If we go lower instantly, let's look at EU because my main trading pair is EU still. Yeah, we can still look for shorts here because here we take some liquidity, perfectly fine. We know that we are playing a more minor structure than the dark blue one, but that's okay because we're just looking for a short move. The moves might not be that clean because we got conflicting structures, but yeah, it's an area, it's a valid area, liquidity wise and structure wise. So just try to get a move there. If you move up here, I would be keen to look for trades above previous weekly high already. And if we don't get that, then above here, and longs from here. GU, I'm not gonna do that clean or detailed breakdown on GU. GU still needs to win my heart. To win my called affection. I don't know. But we can see GU, same story. Never reached into that. Oh, actually, GU did. So on the lower time frames. Yeah. Bullish break. Discount. Bullish break again over here. Oh, oh, nice. Oh, this is a nice comment there. Yeah. So this is you can see that we had this kind of bearish break here, and here. And we got some open areas still down here. But you can see that strong push down. We came up and we took this high, that New York open price or New York's highest price the day before. And we get a slow move inducing sellers, but yeah, there's not like clean confirmation. Now we came above here and then you can look for potential sell, but yeah, DXY would have told you otherwise. But for GU now, same as on EU and DXY. Zoom out. We haven't reached the discount on this blue structure. given a nice bearish break here, or a red one, but yeah, it was a liquidity grab. We now came above this, came above here, and we actually reaching higher into premium pricing of our yellow range here, which we are looking to short. And then the question is, oh, where do we want to short from? And that will be these areas. So this is a weekly supply zone, or just mark it out like this. It's weekly POI. I think this covers kind of supply zone. If not, then it doesn't. So it's not the one I meant. I was actually looking at this low up to this high, but this is nice as well. We can see if we go lower the price. Sweat some liquidity in here. Reacted from this area here, over here, and then continue down. But in terms of supply, it's not the strongest. In terms of POI, it's a nice POI. Though liquidity is quite far away, but this will be your first area, stall area where we look from if we come higher. But for now, same as on EU and DXY. DXY, we're expecting quite higher pricing, some higher pricing to reach into here or into here. For EU, that means reach into here. If you get that liquidity grab, as I said, we got these three lows here, and we might come below here. And GU, yeah, quite strong push, aggressive push to the upside. Not really indicating any turnaround yet. Maybe on lower time frame, you can see that we are creating a slowdown, but we're just building up liquidity now over here of this trend line. So not really anything there yet to look for short trades, but I'm favoring for GU as well. Price to come lower, maybe not reach into discount of the red range, but at least give some relief, and then give us a move into these higher areas. All right, guys, that was a long one. It was a bit of a mumbling one. Just cover things I want to cover in all peace, relax, no rush. So yeah, that's it. Good luck this week. Peace out.